Hey guys, and welcome back to Pickleball King. So today we are back in Hearts of Iron, and we're going to be doing another challenge. So we've done a bunch of challenges at this point. We did cavalry only, infantry only, one army challenge, no front lines challenge. But today we're going to do an even more challenging challenge, perhaps. That's right, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title of the video, we are going to do no army challenge. So we're going to be playing as the UK, and our goal today is that we're going to try to bomb the Germans into submission without using any army. So let's go ahead and get started. So my goal for this game is to obviously not use any army, and honestly we should have naval supremacy pretty easy. You know, we got the Royal Fleet behind us. But the other thing is I want to bomb the Germans into submission, and I just want to make a bazillion strategic bombers and just level all of Germany. Now, I'm not going to immediately delete our whole army, because I have a plan for it, but you'll see what I'm going to do with it. But we won't have an army, I promise you that, but I have a plan with what we're going to do with this army. You know what, I think just for fun, we're going to release Sierra Leone as a little puppet. I think we're going to give Liberia a little friend. Oh, just kidding, we have to go down the decolonization path to release them, and I don't want to do that. Sorry, Liberia. I guess you're not getting a friend today, maybe another day. Alright, and since we're going to be bombing Germany, you know we've got to go for the Avro. Strategic bombing plus 10%, that's what I like to see. Alright, it appears that Italy is going through a civil war. What this means for us, I am not sure, but it doesn't matter who wins, we'll probably end up bombing them, or we'll use their runways to bomb someone else. You know what I've always found odd with the British tech tree, or not the tech tree, their focus tree, is you can do a motorized army, which gives you plus 100% research towards truck, but the UK starts off with trucks researched. I think they gotta fix the focus tree because, yeah, we already have trucks, so we don't really need that tech boost. Alright, it appears that the other Italy won, which means that Ethiopia took some states, but they left this state for some reason, and it appears that everyone was liberated, which I'm guessing means that Italy, returned the islands. Alright, it appears that Canada wants to partition, but I'm gonna make sure they don't. They might try to burn the royal portraits, but I'm gonna do the focuses that develop Canada. Yeah, how are you gonna leave when I give you some development? Alright, it appears Australia also wants to ditch us, but we'll just invest in them and everything will be fine then. In fact, we're already investing in Australia. Alright, we just completed the cipher for Germany and we got an achievement. That's pretty neat, wasn't even trying to get that. Also, if you're curious what the production lane is looking like, yeah, it's just all planes and then just some carriers. Yeah, because you know, those are just boats with planes, so more planes. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna keep building more military factories. You know, gotta really bomb them into submission. Well, it appears that Ethiopia is supporting resistance in our colonies, which is, not cool. However, we're pacifists and don't have an army, so I don't know if we can bomb the rebellion out of existence, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, it appears that Australia has fully left the Commonwealth, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Alright, and World War II has just begun. For some reason, okay. Poland joined Italy, and I guess Italy has their own faction. They do. I don't normally play as the Brits, so I wonder if I made a mistake. Maybe I was supposed to guarantee Poland? Oh well, we'll figure it out. They'll come after France soon enough. Alright, Poland has capitulated. Now it's just the Italians fighting the Germans. We'll see how this goes. Oh, Ethiopia just declared war on me. I was not planning on fighting Ethiopia, I'm gonna be honest. Now, I said I wouldn't have a military, and my sneaky plan was that I was gonna take all the divisions. I didn't recruit anymore, but I was gonna send them as an expeditionary force to France. That was the plan. But now, since we're at war, I guess we have to give it to someone else. Also, who is this? Oh, Italy's little puppet. Who is one of my loyal subjects? New Zealand. New Zealand's a loyal subject. Alright, New Zealand. Congrats, you get to control the entire British army. I'm sure nothing wrong could go. That's definitely how you say it. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. There we go. Anyway, I guess it's time we bomb Ethiopia. I'm gonna build some airports. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright, New Zealand has accepted the army. Very cool. Anyway, yeah, I kind of need all my puppets to save me from Ethiopia. How scary is Ethiopia? 18 to 38 divisions? I'm sure the Commonwealth can take it on. Oh, I should have given it to South Africa, because they're a lot closer to the front line. Alright, we have begun bombing Ethiopia. Oh, it also appears that the French have gone communist. Yeah, probably a good thing I didn't give them my army. Anyway, at the moment, Ethiopia kind of pranking me, but that's okay. Oh, I was not expecting this, but the US just declared war on the French Commune. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a weird game. I thought I would just have a good time bombing Germany, No, I have to bomb Ethiopia. They're like absolutely destroying me in Africa because New Zealand is bad at managing my army. Life is hard. Like, guys, come on, please. Can no one help me here? I might have to blow the Suez here in a second at the pace that the Ethiopians are advancing. This is like not okie dokie. Like, guys, they only have 10 to 35 divisions. Like, please, we could probably just truck into Addis Ababa. They're so spread out. Why do none of my freaking people have generals? Why are my allies so bad? Isn't it Together for Victory, guys? Like, come on. That was like the first DLC. Alright. The Ethiopians have managed to encircle an Indian division. This is devastating. I don't know. Why is my Commonwealth so bad? Guys, Together for Victory. Come on, guys. I don't know how we're doing this poorly. Italy literally has 2 civilian factories and 2 military factories. Like, the issue is I can bomb them, but there's nothing even to bomb. Like, guys, come on. It's not... They literally don't have an industry. The Commonwealth is disappointing me. They've reached the Mediterranean. Oh my god. I thought here I'd be bombing Germany. You know, I'd be having a fun time. No, Ethiopia is just taking all of my African colonies. Like, guys, come on. Alright, you know what? I am going to defend Yugoslavia because I want to fight the Germans. Oh, and the French are now in my faction. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want the French in my faction. I don't want to fight the US. Decline. We are now... Oh my god, France, you're killing me. You're killing me, France. What is this? How are you supposed to survive if you're doing this? Alright, it looks like we found the German Navy and we've just sunk them. So that's pretty cool. The not cool part is France not having any divisions on the border and me not having an army. Yeah, their Navy is down to 6 ships already, so that feels good. I'm not too worried of a naval invasion. They have 4,000 planes in total, so they have more planes than us, which is surprising because I thought I was doing a lot of planes. But our planes are a lot better, so I'm not too worried. Frickin', I wish we could deal with Ethiopia, though. Now, everyone wants me to fight the US. I very much do not want to fight the US. Actually, France is getting a decent amount of troops. I'll wait till France is, like, positioned before we do anything. It's also a miracle that France hasn't fallen yet. I know, this is what the factions are looking like. We got the Allies, we got the Free States of Europe, and we got the Italian Confederation, which doesn't actually have Italy, fun fact. Oh, and I guess I'm also fighting the Japanese now. That is not very cool. You know what? I kinda wanna full send it. You know what? I'll join in the war against the US. Sure, whatever. Alright, hopefully the French can deal with the Americans. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't even have enough planes for all these theaters. I got an Asian theater, European theater, an American theater. Too many places to bomb. Surprisingly, France has not fallen. I think that's the biggest surprise of all of this so far. Oh, also it appears the Japanese Navy is in Europe, which is a little bit spooky. Because my navy is over here. I'm worried that I'm going to get navally invaded by the Japanese. I'm probably going to bring my fleet back. As much as I like bullying the Americans, if we get navally invaded, it's over for us. And Japan has decided to make it themselves even more fun, and now they're at war with the Soviets. So Japan is literally at war with so many people, because they're at war with... Oh, they're not at war with the US. Oh, I thought they were. Weird. Alright, you know what? Shaanxi has just joined the Allies, because why not? Oh, that was probably not a good move for Shaanxi, because now they're fully encircled by the enemy. Honestly, I think Australia made a good move pulling out of the Allies, because we're not doing so well at the moment. Alright, even though this air wing has been getting demolished, we've been doing really well. We've lost 284 fighters for their nearly 600, so a 2-to-1 ratio, so I'm pretty happy with that. It appears that even though the Germans declared war on Luxembourg, we're actually using Luxembourg to push, so that's pretty cool. I wonder what our war participation is like. 14%. That's not bad. Yeah, it's mostly from destroying enemy planes and strategic bombing. How does the war go, you ask? I don't know. There's a lot of naval notifications, and we're okay, and somehow we're not losing against anyone here, but we're losing against Ethiopia, and Japan's doing things, but I don't know what they're doing. We're fighting the US, and I don't know how that's going because I don't have an army. I'm just being chillin'. Oh, France just went into a civil war. That's cool. Not my problem, though. The issue is, there's a big issue in Hearts of Iron, and it's the way the fuel system works. It's if you're like the UK and you have a big navy, the amount of fuel that the navy uses is actually ridiculous. Like, even now, we're only using 8,000 a day, and we could be using, like, nearly 28,000 a day, but, like, that's ludicrous. Like, I have 150 oil, I've got refineries still losing oil. Like, the amount of oil necessary to, like, have a big fleet is, like, ridiculous. There needs to be a thing, like, where old ships are, like, on coal and, like, use, like, let's say maybe 25% of the oil of, like, you know, a regular ship. And if you want your ships to be faster, you can put in, like, diesel engines. But, like, they should use coal. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, the amount of oil you need, like, Paradox really needs to fix the fuel system. It's just too easy to, like, blow through all your fuel. Like, that's redonkulous, one could say. Also, I think South Africa went through a war or something. Don't care. I'm out here just trying to live, laugh, love as the UK. You know how it be. We just be bombing. We're bombing, we're dropping the pamphlets of, you know, like, live, laugh, love, all those signs all over Germany. And we're hoping the soldiers see that, and they're like, wow, I do want to live, laugh, love. I don't want to shoot. And then they're going to, surrender. Also, how's China around? Okay. Someone else turned into China. Oh, China wants to join the faction? Sure, hop on in, China. Also, how is this here? How is there a South African dude in the middle of Siberia? I was never allied with the Soviet Union. I have no idea how this one dude... Like, he's in a gulag. Like, what are you doing? I guess some of my South African guys got, like, you know, they're, like, prisoners of war, and they've escaped the gulag. It's like, you know, 7 years in Tibet when they escaped the prisoner of war camp in, you know, the British Raj. It's like the same thing, but, I don't think these guys are gonna escape. They got a long way to go to get to a port. But, yeah, that's pretty wild. Greece doing a cool naval invasion. At first, I thought that was, like, France, but, you know, light blue. But, you know how it be. I still don't know how the French haven't dealt with this little resistance. I'd love to deal with it, but, you know, no army, you know how it be. Yeah, this is a weird game. This is a really weird game. Not gonna lie, Asia, not looking very good. Looking very Japanese. Australia, definitely made the right move leaving, yeah. My boys are falling. I can't do anything about it. That's okay. We just ignore it. I want to say look at Europe, but that's pretty bad. I don't know. We look at South America. Ah, yes. What a nice and normal game. Spain capitulated. That's a big W. Oh, something just happened and France is no longer in my faction. I have no idea what just happened, but they're no longer in my faction because I was just managing my air force and it just disappeared all from France. Okay, so it tells me I can't invite France because they're... Okay, so they just made their own faction because, you know, the game didn't have enough factions as it was. So yeah, France is just doing their own thing now. Honestly, this is a really chaotic game. I'm actually liking it. I didn't like Ethiopia declaring war on us. That part was kind of cringe, or I guess Empire of Solomon. It feels like we're playing with Chaos mod almost. Also, I think what happened is that when France left our faction, all their troops got sent home. So now, like, Yugoslavia and the Netherlands are both crumbling, which is not good. Not at all. Because I kind of need Yugoslavia's aluminum for my planes. You see the pickle? Now, British Raj, not having a good time. Me, I'm having a good time. Just chilling on the island, sinking Soviet submarines. Man, these planes are so expensive. My new strategic bomber is 180 production cost. That's crazy. Oh, I just saw that the Empire of Solomon just capitulated. That's pretty cool. Well, that deals with Ethiopia, so that makes my life a lot easier. Oh, France just declared war on us. Not a big surprise. I wonder if they have a navy. They do. That's so annoying. I was just gonna go prank the Japanese because I sent my navy over to Japan because I was hoping to sink it. But now let me hold the navy back for a second. Let's sink the French navy first because otherwise I don't feel safe. All right, here's the French navy. We got their carrier. Anyway, we were at war with a lot of people, and you know what I just realized? That kind of screwed us. I don't know why France declared war on us. It literally makes no sense. I think I was literally giving them like 25 civilian factories for aluminum. I was literally getting all of this aluminum from France, but okay. Okay, you do you, France. Okay, I feel pretty good with the French Navy. I'm no longer scared. We took out their carrier. I'm gonna go do a little bit of trolling over here with the Japanese. I like, yeah, when we send the fleet to, like, travel across the world, boom, our oil will disappear in 40 days now. Oh, there we go. Look at that. We just took out 4 Japanese aircraft carriers. No losses. Now that feels good. I wish we could have done that to the Americans. I want a whole bunch more of their fleet. All right, we have reached the end of 1942. This is what the world is looking like. We are but a humble island. That's bombing everyone. Let that be clear. Still bombing everyone. I think we still have... yeah, I don't care about this because they're both my enemies over here. But yeah, we do a little bit of bombing. You know what? I think we're also going to start doing non-strategic materials usage. It's going to make our planes worse, but at least we'll be able to make them. I don't know why. The game always defaults to like this portrait for every single one of the aircraft that I make, which is pretty lame. That's why I have this portrait everywhere, because I'm too lazy to change it. Man, I wish we could navally invade the Japanese. Unfortunately, no army. I have to say, though, if you want to try this at home, this is really fun. You don't have to, like, manage any troops. It's pretty fun. You get to bomb people. You get to do a lot of Navy. You get to do a lot of Navy and Air Force. And normally, you kind of neglect it. But here, you just put all your research into it. Like, I literally have, like, not researched any infantry tech because I don't need to. it's all just been into the Air Force. Like, I've been getting these pretty early. Like, I had this in 1942. We got everything. We're gonna have jets soon. Life is good. I would try it. Pretty fun. I'd like to point out that over Berlin, over the last couple years, we've bombed 900 buildings. They've lost 800 railway guns. I don't quite understand what that means, because there's no way they produce that many railway guns. 10 trains, and only 4.8 trucks. Not too many trucks. And 35 bombers. And we only lost 300 bombers for all that. I've noticed that there's a lot of hostile planes over Paris, because they're both the French and the German planes. So I think we should just put in all of our planes there, just to, you know, spice things up a little bit. You know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or, you know, shoot down two enemies fighters with 1 heavy fighter. You know the saying. Alright, I think the US just made like a Giga Treaty, because I got hit with so many sounds. Yeah, okay, yeah, so the US just made a faction, which means I'm about to be at war with even more people. Fun. It appears that South African unit did in fact not escape the Gulag. We're in the middle of 1944, and if you're curious what the resource situation is like, I've actually started producing enough rubber in the home aisles to be self-sustaining, but aluminum is still just the thing we're suffering with. And yes, I have increased all the infrastructure to make sure we're extracting as much aluminum as possible, but there's just not that much aluminum in the UK. And I wish we could just send a division to like capture this aluminum for us, but we can't. Oh! Looks like the Japanese Navy was trying to troll us in our own backyard. However, we just sunk the entirety that came over to Europe. We've also got the modern small airframes, meaning that we can use jets. See, look at this. Even though we just designed a jet, it still defaults to using the stupid biplane picture, and I don't know why it does that. Alright, we're starting to get our jets up in the air, and yeah, they seem to be destroying these biplanes pretty well, which isn't much of a surprise. Alright, interestingly, I've never seen this event before, but yes! We have no bananas. So unfortunately, yeah, we got no bananas. There's also a shortage of string beans and onions, cabbages, scallions, and all kinds of fruit. But the British spirit keeps up. That's what I'm all about. The spirit of bombing. No, it's another dumb thing. So I wanted to build an airbase in China. You know, it held my boy out in China. So I did that, right? If we go to airbase, we built a level 1 airbase. But I'm pretty sure they built it in the enemy territory. Like, there's gotta be something for this. Like, this isn't a bug, but it should be a bug. It should be, like, fixed. Like, the airport should appear in the territory I own. And you might ask, why didn't I build it in this territory? Well, because we technically don't own it. I thought we can build a plane with 3 jets. I might be wrong, but I don't think I've ever seen a jet with 3 jet engines. I know there's like the big commercial liner, you know, the triage or whatever, where they have the jet engine in the tail. But in terms of military aircraft, I don't think there's a single jet aircraft with 3 engines. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I'm not. Anyway, we're gonna build 3 jet engines because that's cool. Alright, since this game was lacking factions, Australia has also decided to make their own faction. And interestingly enough, they managed to swipe the Dutch East Indies, take them as a puppet, even though they were being occupied by the Japanese. This is actually really good because I think this opens up a lot more trade for me. Unfortunately, rubber we don't need, but yeah, this would have fixed all my rubber problems, but unfortunately it doesn't. Oh, actually, we can take some aluminum from them. Yo, that's actually not bad. Alright, that was pretty based, Australia. Alright, so it is 1945, we're approaching the end, we're about 3/4 through the year, and this is what the world is looking like. Let's take a look at the factions map mode. Factions got cleaned up pretty well, and at this point, the war is just not moving anywhere. And I think if this was like a normal game where France actually, you know, stayed democratic and I gave them, you know, my army, we probably could have beaten Germany when they invaded the Soviets, but the Germans and the Soviets just never went to war. But I had a pretty good time bombing them, and I think we're gonna give Berlin one last final bomb. There we go. I don't think it's really gonna do much because if we take a look over the years, we bombed a lot of buildings. Yeah, we bombed them very hard. I'd love to see like what their repair queue looks like. Unfortunately, we are in Iron Man, so I can't actually do that. I'm pressing tilde, but we can't do that. We can't pop over. But anyway, if you guys want to try this challenge at home, I highly recommend it. It's really fun. It's really easy to manage the Navy to make sure you don't get navally invaded. And we had some fun, you know, blowing up the Japanese Navy. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. And if you loved it, consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time.